Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Cozy English Conversation. I'm Alice, and I hope you're doing okay today. If you're listening while relaxing, or maybe walking or drinking something warm, I'm sending you a big, gentle hug.
And I'm Charlie. Thanks for joining us again. This is your soft corner of the internet, where we talk about life, feelings, and English, all in a cozy and calm way. We're really happy you're here.
Today's topic is something a lot of people experience quietly.
Yeah, something heavy but so common. So let's ease into it.
Today we're talking about burnout, that feeling when you're so mentally and emotionally exhausted that even small things feel too big.
Yeah, like waking up tired even after sleeping, losing motivation, or feeling numb. Burnout isn't just being tired. It's like your system shuts down because everything has been too much for too long.
And the scary thing? You don't always notice it happening. Sometimes you think you're just busy, or lazy, or not productive enough, when actually your mind is begging for rest.
Exactly. And burnout can come from work, studying, family pressure, taking care of others, or even emotional stress.
So today, we're going to share our personal burnout stories, what it looked like, how we realized it, and how we slowly recovered.
And then we'll talk about practical, gentle tips to help you deal with burnout, step by step.
So, my burnout story happened a few years ago when I was working at a marketing agency. At that time, I felt like I had to prove myself every day. I wanted to be the responsible one, the one who always said yes, the one who never disappointed anyone.
Oh, I know that type of pressure.
Yeah. And for months, I worked late almost every night. At first, I thought I was fine. I even felt proud of being so productive. But slowly, things started to change. I couldn't focus on simple tasks. My emotions were all over the place. One day I was irritated. The next day I felt empty.
That sounds really hard.
It was. There was one night I remember clearly. I was sitting in front of my laptop, staring at a simple report. Just a normal report I had done dozens of times. And suddenly, I just couldn't do it. My mind was like a blank page. I felt like crying for no reason. That's when I realized something was wrong.
Yeah, that emptiness moment. I've been there too.
The next day, I called my sister. I told her, I think I'm tired. And she said, no, you're not tired. You're overwhelmed. And that hit me. I wasn't just tired. I was burnt out, emotionally, mentally, physically. What helped me? 3 simple things. 1. I set boundaries. I stopped saying yes to every request at work. 2. I gave myself permission to rest. Real rest, not scrolling on my phone while worrying about tasks. 3. I talked to people I trust, not to get solutions, but to feel supported. It took time, but after a few months, the light slowly came back. Burnout didn't go away magically, but my relationship with myself changed.
My burnout story is a little different. Mine happened during a year when I took on too many responsibilities at once. I was working full-time, helping my parents with a family issue, and trying to build a side project. I told myself, you can handle it. Just push a little more. And I pushed, and pushed.
Until you couldn't anymore.
Exactly. One morning I woke up and I felt like I couldn't get out of bed. Not because I was sleepy, but because my body literally felt heavy. Like someone had taken out all my energy.
That sounds like deep burnout.
It was. And the worst part, I felt guilty for resting. Even taking a 10-minute break made me feel like I was falling behind. My self-worth got tied to how much I worked, and suddenly everything felt meaningless. There was this moment. I was washing dishes, and I just stopped. The water was running, but I just stood there, staring, feeling nothing. Not sadness, not anger, just numb.
That numb feeling is honestly one of the scariest symptoms of burnout.
Yeah. Then a friend told me something simple. You're not a machine, you're a human being. And that sentence broke me, in a good way. Slowly I pulled myself out by doing things like taking real breaks, even if only 5 minutes, letting myself have bad days, without shame, reducing my responsibilities, choosing what was actually important. Now I'm much more aware of my limits, and I remind myself often, resting is not failing. Resting is part of living.
I think burnout usually begins when we ignore small warning signs, like being irritated easily or losing interest in things we normally enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. It's not always dramatic at first. Sometimes it's subtle. You start sleeping badly, or you lose focus, or you feel guilty for taking breaks.
One big thing that helps is learning to pause before reaching the breaking point.
Right. Like checking in with yourself. How's my energy? How's my mood? What do I need right now?
And being honest with yourself. Because sometimes the answer is, I need rest, but we force ourselves to keep going.
Yeah. One tip I always share is, rest is productive. People think rest is the opposite of productivity, but it's not. Rest supports productivity.
Exactly. And there are different types of rest. Physical rest, emotional rest, mental rest, creative rest, social rest. Burnout often means we're missing more than one.
One thing that helps me avoid burning out again is planning small recharge moments during my day. Like stretching for 2 minutes, drinking water slowly, or stepping outside for fresh air.
My recharge moment is lighting a candle and doing nothing for 5 minutes. Just breathing.
That sounds so cozy.
It is. Another important thing is setting boundaries. People with burnout often have trouble saying no.
Yep. Saying yes too much is like opening too many tabs on your computer. At some point, everything freezes.
Exactly. And sometimes the hardest part about burnout is the guilt. The guilt of resting. The guilt of not doing enough.
Yeah, and we need to remind ourselves. Guilt is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it's just a sign that you're finally taking care of yourself.
Beautifully said. Another tip is talking to someone, family, friends, or a professional. Burnout feels heavy when you carry it alone.
True. Even a simple conversation can help your brain release some pressure.
Also, do things that nourish your soul, not just your productivity, like drawing, walking, baking, listening to music.
Or listening to this podcast.
Hee hee? Yeah, hopefully.
And lastly, be gentle with yourself. Burnout recovery isn't linear. You don't wake up fixed. You get better slowly, with patience.
Exactly. Healing takes time, and you deserve that time. All right, friends. That's our cozy talk for today. If you're dealing with burnout right now, please remember, you're not weak. You're not failing. You're just human, and you've been trying so hard for so long.
Exactly. You deserve rest, support, and kindness. Give yourself permission to slow down, even a little bit.
If today's episode made you feel seen or comforted, please click like, leave a comment, and subscribe to Cozy English Conversation. We really love reading your stories. Tell us what burnout feels like for you and what helps you recover.
Your comments also help other listeners feel less alone. Thanks for spending this slow, warm moment with us.
Take care, stay cozy, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.